Hello, I'm David Hoffmann. Welcome to Inspired Clips. Thanks for stopping by. This video is the fourth in the series on time-lapse workflow. It's about editing time-lapse footage in Davinci Resolve. I've made an instruction list here. You can pause the video and take a picture or do a screen capture of this if you want to use it for reference. So in video number 3 on exporting from Lightroom, we ended up with the files. There's 192, you can see down here, there's 192 files in this folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the name, rename this, and I'm going to grab this portion of the name right here, right click that and copy it, and then click on the folder, because I really don't want to rename that. I'm just using some of that name there. And then I'm going to go to Davinci Resolve. And once you open Davinci Resolve, the project manager is going to come up, or you can press Shift 1 and that'll do the same thing. And then you click on New Project. And this is what happens when you launch Davinci Resolve. The project manager comes up. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to paste the name that I just copied off of that folder. That will become the name of the project. If you see these notifications, don't worry about that. And the reason that these are coming up is because I just switched hard drives. And that can all get changed in project settings, which we're going to do next. So for project settings, you press the Shift key plus a 9, and there's your project settings. Now I've made presets. This makes it go a lot faster. If you go to master settings, you can choose the format and you can choose the frame rate. And these are the settings, the cache settings that we were getting those messages on. So what I've done is I've switched from the T drive to the U drive, and I'm going to use a preset called HD. We're doing an HD video at 23.976. Well, we're working off of the U purple drive is what it is called. So I'm going to choose that. I'm going to load those settings. I'm going to update the path for that. And if you go back and look at the master settings, there they are, everything we need, and we're good to go. And there's the U's. It changed the T's to the U's right there, so that's all fixed. Now you can cancel that window. Right here is a good time to do a save. That's ctrl+s. You can see the edited word is now going to go away. That means it's no longer edited. It's saved. At this point, the next step we need to do is import the files. So we're going to do a ctrl+i for import. And those files are in the directory that we just copied the name of, and also the one that we exported from Lightroom. So if you have that directory highlighted here, and you do Ctrl+A for all, it's going to select all of those images, then click Open. So the 192 pictures are now in Davinci Resolve. So at this point, we are in what is called the cut mode, and we're going to just go over one to the edit mode and click on that. We're going to click on the first image. Again, Ctrl+A is to select all of the images. And we're just going to grab that first one, and they're all going to come along right here onto the timeline. and we're going to pull them back slowly, and they're going to snap to grid right there on the timeline. And right here, I just automatically mute the track. There's no audio with time-lapse because it was shot in raw still images. But I mute that anyway. Again, good time to do a save. Ctrl+S is a save. Now we're going to go back to the cut mode right here. We're going to click on that. The next thing you want to do is click the first image on the timeline. Right there, that one got highlighted in red, and you can see this one up here is highlighted in red as well. Again, press Ctrl+A. Now you're going to select all of the images. All 192 are now highlighted in red. They're all selected. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the duration of these clips. To do that, press Ctrl+D for duration, Ctrl+D. So right here, you're going to want to be on frames, and we're going to change that to the number 1. We're going to change all of these frames so they equal 1 frame each. So you can see that that squeezed, it shrunk the timeline down. Again, Ctrl+S for save, and the video is edited. That is done. And this is where it gets fun, the magic of time-lapse. If you grab this bar here on the timeline, you can scrub through, and this is what your video is going to look like. That's the time lapse of the full moon. There she is. If you scrub over to the end, you can see that that's going to be an 8-second video. Right here, you can see that. So the last step here is to export the video. So up here in the upper right-hand corner, click Quick Export. And here I go with the defaults, the H.264. There's many other choices that you can work with, but for as far as I'm concerned, stock footage, you want to use H.264 will be appropriate for just about anybody there. And this export in Davinci Resolve, this is going to be a .mov file on this export. So here we go. When you click export, you need to choose a folder to put that in. So again, we're going to go back to the folder. And now I've done this a couple of times, so I'm going to go to the folder that doesn't have any videos in it. I'm going to choose that folder. I'm going to right click here, click rename, and again, I'm going to copy the name of that movie. I'm going to right click that and copy it. Click over here so we don't change the name of the folder. The file name, we're going to paste it right here. That will become the name of the movie. You click save, and there it is. The movie is done. One last Ctrl+S for save. Look at the Windows Explorer. There's the movie there. Double click on that. And there it is. The completed time lapse of the full moon. And if you notice here, I'm going to play this again. There's that copyright in video number 3. I added this copyright when I exported the images, so that does not have to be done in post-production. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.